All right, for some of you, some of this stuff will be kind of redundant, but you know, we've obviously got new members all the time. Some of them may not know what we do, so we're going to review some things here, and then even some of it that we have covered before that may not have caught your attention at that time. But anyhow, we're getting ready to celebrate our 25th birthday, December 1st. We are franchised, the corporate office based down in Lafayette, Louisiana. A couple of former sheriff's deputies and a businessman at the time got together and started it. The sheriff's deputies said they wish they had a nickel for every car door they'd opened while they were on the force. And I tell everybody, now they do. One of the wife came up with a name, which I thought, for at least for what I pay in royalties and stuff, was probably worth. It was kind of like a MasterCard thing. It was priceless. I thought it was just such a great name. Anyhow, a little bit of the proverbial stuff about, that we all do about pictures of family. This is my youngest grandson, Ben. I get that screw right here in the wall. Anyhow, actually, he came in yesterday. He's a year and a half old. Lives in Norfolk, Virginia. My daughter, Jacqueline, married to a guy in the Navy. And he said his grandmother, my ex-wife, her birthday was yesterday. So they came in for that. And yeah. This is my two grandkids, Mia and Jimmy, that live here in Collierville. Their dad works for Hershey's. Another family member is Amos. Excuse the pose. He's an exhibitionist. What can I do? And a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't here, and I told you guys I was going down to Destin for the Car-Lite Conference. Here I am, me and Richard Simmons. Their theme was rocking the 80s, so I figured I would give those Billy Gibbons the best I could do for ZZ Top. And then a picture of my youngest daughter, the mother of the two girls. But one of the things I wanted to point out here, Patty, is the Memphis Most thing that I made. We were Memphis Most Best Locksmith, our favorite locksmith for 2019. So that was really cool. Another thing that a lot of you know that we do is we do a fundraising for St. Jude. And each year in our convention we have a gala, pretty real nice thing that was put on. This year we had Todd, what was that guy? He was like a magician out of Nashville that was really, really good. Some stuff that he did that came in and participated. I think we raised another $160,000 this year for St. Jude. But as I said, St. Jude works mostly off of, or survives mostly off of you guys that contribute $25 a month and stuff like that. It costs $2.2 million a day to run that place. We've done, I think, about $600,000-700,000. That only covers them about a quarter of a day. One of the things that Mike alluded to, this is not my child, but this is a child that we rescued from a car recently. We have what we call our emergency door unlocking program, where PAL Saves Kids. This was kind of an offshoot, again, from the sheriff's deputies' years and stuff, that they would get children locked in cars. And we do set those as a priority when we get them. We're not emergency vehicles, but we will get out there as fast as we can. Of course, it's more critical during the summertime than it is now, because your cars can get up to 120 degrees in about 5 minutes, sitting there locked up. And now if the air conditioner's running, of course you're pretty good shape there. And I think I've told people before, one of the worst cases I've had of people panicking. One year I had, this was a long time ago, they had locked a dog in the car, and it was a greyhound dog. And greyhounds have basically no hair, so they can, the moisture in their body evaporates real quickly. So they were real concerned because it was hot, and they were panicking. But anyhow, that's something we're proud of. This past weekend, something I told you guys about that I'm really proud of, that our little company was able to participate in, was the AAA 500 NASCAR race in Texas Motor Speedway, just outside of Fort Worth. This was our car. This was a one-time deal. They had a driver named Landon Castle that did not have a sponsor. So we were able to go. And yes, there's Todd was with me. We were the power guy. Here I am with the driver, Landon Castle. And then this was just a really short video just This one's to the car store. I've got a pan at the top of that car. It was
It's less than first.
he never was in the middle of the pack.
He's got the Latin.
He was there. You know. Yeah, this is a picture some of you have seen before. Todd and I, this was an unusual job for us. We went over to Nashville. It was a hotel going through some remodeling, and we actually had to hang these doors. You can see a couple of them on the table right here. They had to be cut because whenever they got ordered, they didn't get ordered the right length. What the outside of the doors looked like before. Unfortunately, I didn't get a picture, or at least I don't have it in my library here, of what they looked like after. But this was as I said again, the banquet room doors going in. This was an exterior door on the warehouse. We had to replace the whole frame and everything. This was a really unique opening here that Todd did. One of the things I take a lot of pride in is our information that we have, technical information. And this Range Rover was locked up with keys in the car, and there's no safe way to get in going through one of the doors like we typically would do. And in this instance, there was a way to get up behind the license plate and get in there and pull the cable to unlock it, which was really kind of a neat thing. Just a little education thing for you guys, if I can get that slide over. It's a picture of just a key. One of the things I want to point out, if you're ever in need of a key, this is something that you might want to keep a copy of someplace. This number that's printed on these keys are usually the key cuts. So it tells us what they're cut to. This one actually too, and this flag key is a C. That's an important number to have. That tells us which keyway it is. So if you called me up and said, Jimmy, I've got a Schlage keyway C, and here are the cuts, we can cut for you. Saves you a lot of money from somebody having to go out and figure out what it is and do it from scratch. Another one like that is filing cabinet lock. Okay, you see the number up here? Typically we can make a key for those. Filing cabinet locks usually pick pretty easily. We can get in there, we can actually change them if you've lost keys and all, but you can also a lot of times get a key made for them like that. You've heard me talk about door closures a lot of times, like on this door. This is actually one that was at LMPS, that when the construction company put it in, they jacked it up. It was kind of cockeyed, you can see, and this is one of those doors that would slam when it got shut. That needed to be replaced. This is a job where, we'll see a picture in a second, where we actually went in and put a continuous link hinge on this door. This is Todd actually working on that. I usually man the broom. Todd does the work. This is actually a front door at Joe Purdue's son's house that we just installed. And don't have a couple things. I got one other picture. This is before when we took the door out. And we obviously went back and put the door in. Keys, we talked automotive. These are remotes that we can replace. Or program in if they need to be. Key fobs, we do all of these. As we pointed out before, there's again these types of fobs that you can just keep in your pocket. And this has actually got a blade. Most of these too have blades in them too for emergency purposes. And then you have these types that have the blade exposed. Sometimes there'll be a flip key where that piece will flip in and out. Real quickly, automotive. This is something, again, I used in my last presentation. For your Sunshine model, you might want to take a look at tire stores, glass stores, repair shops, body shops, insurance agents, and used car dealers. I put Carville Auto in there because they've been a good referral source for us. A lot of these people, like our Carvana that we're getting ready to get, that you see going up on the interstate possibly, they've only got one key. Those types of people will refer that customer over to us to get another key. Residential work, which is real big. Realtors like Harry or anybody else, You can use those as a thank you gift for the customer. Mortgage companies, title companies, property managers, those are all in the real estate world really good. And commercial work, which is what we really want to focus on. How much time I got remaining?
20
Years.
seconds.
Commercial realtors, small franchise owners, and I use like Winnie's as an example, places like that around here. I know we've run into a gentleman that he and his wife came in and bought a few of the McDonald's a couple of years ago. He's a Lakeland Chamber member. Schools, churches, warehouses, hotels, motels, and then something that we do a little bit of, and we'll probably be doing hopefully some work with Mike, maybe on access control and stuff like that, where we're doing some small stuff. He's probably going to be doing bigger stuff than we do on that type of thing. So, any questions?
Ladies and gentlemen,